This is not supposed to happen. A computer that costs just $599 is not supposed to challenge machines that cost 2, 3, or even 4 times more. And yet, here we are. Apple's Mac Mini 2026 is doing something no one expected. It's quietly embarrassing expensive Windows PCs, bulky gaming towers, and even some so-called professional workstations. No flashy RGB lights, no massive case, no loud fans screaming under pressure, just a tiny silver box sitting on a desk, destroying the competition. Today, we're breaking down how the $599 Mac Mini is pulling this off, what Apple changed in 2026, and why this might be the smartest desktop computer you can buy right now. By the end of this video, you'll understand why people are saying, this shouldn't be legal at this price. The Mac Mini has always been Apple's most underestimated product. It never got the hype of MacBooks or iMacs, but in 2026, Apple turned it into a performance monster hiding in plain sight. At $599, most people expect compromises, slower performance, cheap components, limited power, but Apple did the opposite. Instead of chasing flashy design, Apple focused on raw efficiency, silent power, and long-term performance stability. This is not just an upgrade. This is Apple redefining what entry-level really means. And the secret behind all this power lies in Apple Silicon. The Mac Mini 2026 is powered by the Apple M4 chip, and this is where things get scary for PCs. Unlike traditional CPUs that focus only on raw speed, the M4 is designed to be smart, not just fast. It combines high-performance cores, ultra-efficient cores, a powerful GPU, and a next-generation neural engine, all on one chip. This means the Mac Mini doesn't waste power, it doesn't heat up unnecessarily, and it doesn't slow down under sustained workloads. In real-world tasks like 4K video editing, photo processing, software compiling, and even light 3D rendering, the M4 Mac Mini consistently matches or beats PCs that cost over Yoni 200. And the most shocking part? It does this without a loud fan and without thermal throttling. Benchmarks are one thing, but real life is another. In daily use, the Mac Mini 2026 feels instant. Apps launch immediately. Multitasking feels effortless. Even heavy apps like Final Cut Pro, Logic Pro, Photoshop, and Xcode run smoothly at the same time. Video editors can scrub through 4K and even 8K footage without dropped frames. Developers can compile large projects faster than many Intel and AMD desktop systems. Content creators can render videos while exporting photos, all without the system slowing down. This is where expensive PCs start to feel awkward. They may have higher wattage CPUs, but they waste power, generate heat, and struggle to maintain consistent performance. The Mac Mini just keeps going, silently. Apple's integrated GPU in the M4 chip is no joke. While it's not designed to replace high-end gaming GPUs, it absolutely destroys integrated graphics on Windows PCs and competes with some entry-level dedicated GPUs. For creators, this means smoother animations, faster renders, and better real-time previews. For casual gamers, popular titles run surprisingly well with optimized settings. Metal optimization, ray tracing improvements, and Apple's tight hardware-software integration give the Mac Mini a massive advantage that raw specs alone cannot explain. This is performance done the Apple way. Here's where expensive PCs completely fall apart. Most desktops rely on brute force cooling, big fans, loud airflow, constant noise. The Mac Mini 2026 stays cool and nearly silent, even under heavy workloads. Apple redesigned the internal airflow and paired it perfectly with the efficiency of the M4 chip. No sudden fan spikes, no distracting noise. For creators, students, and professionals, this is a game changer. You can work for hours without your system sounding like a jet engine. Silence is power, and Apple understands that. Despite its tiny size, the Mac Mini 2026 is packed with ports. You get Thunderbolt support for ultra-fast storage and displays, multiple USB ports for accessories, HDMI for easy monitor connectivity, and blazing fast Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. This allows the Mac Mini to drive multiple high-resolution displays, turning it into a serious workstation setup. Something most $599 PCs struggle with. No dongle nightmares, no compromises. Hardware alone doesn't win battles. Software does. macOS in 2026 is more optimized than ever for Apple Silicon. Apps are faster. Battery-like efficiency on a desktop is real, and system stability is unmatched. Windows PCs rely on thousands of hardware combinations. Apple controls everything, and that's why the Mac Mini feels smoother, faster, and more reliable over time. This is why a $599 Mac Mini can outperform expensive PCs that look powerful on paper. This machine is perfect for content creators on a budget, students and developers, office professionals, video editors and YouTubers, anyone tired of noisy, bulky PCs? If you already own a monitor, keyboard, and mouse, this becomes one of the best value computers on the planet. The hype around the Mac Mini 2026 is not accidental. It's built on timing, technology, and trust. Apple is expected to officially launch the Mac Mini 2026 in late 2026, alongside its next wave of Apple Silicon desktops. What makes this launch special is that Apple is bringing next-generation performance down to an entry-level price, something competitors simply are not doing. The excitement comes from the fact that this Mac Mini offers performance consistency, not just short bursts of speed. While many Windows PCs advertise higher specs, they struggle with heat, power draw, and long-term stability. The Mac Mini stays fast, cool, and silent, even after hours of heavy work. Compared to similarly priced PCs, the Mac Mini delivers far superior CPU efficiency, a stronger integrated GPU, better thermal management, and unmatched software optimization. And when you compare it with more expensive PCs, the shock is even bigger. Those systems may win on paper, but in real creative workflows, they waste power and time. Apple's tight control over hardware and macOS gives the Mac Mini a unique advantage. It doesn't need bigger fans, massive cases, or excessive wattage to perform. It simply works, faster, quieter, and more reliably than most desktops in its class. That is why creators, developers, and professionals are watching this launch so closely. This is not just another small computer, it's a statement. So, does the $599 Mac Mini really destroy expensive PCs? In raw gaming power, not always. But in real-world performance, efficiency, silence, and long-term value, absolutely yes. Apple has once again proven that price does not define power. Smart engineering does. The Mac Mini 2026 isn't just a good deal. It's a warning to PC manufacturers that the game has changed. And honestly, this might be the most dangerous $599 computer ever made. So here's the truth. The $599 Mac Mini is not trying to compete with expensive PCs. It's exposing them. Apple didn't make this machine to look powerful. They made it to be powerful where it actually matters. In a world full of loud, bulky, overpriced desktops, this tiny box proves that smart engineering beats brute force every single time. If this is what Apple calls entry-level in 2026, then expensive PCs should be very, very nervous. Because the real question is no longer, can a $599 Mac Mini keep up? The real question is, why are expensive PCs struggling to keep up with this? Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.